everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Bills coming in at 1-4, going up against the Buccaneers, who come in at 4-2. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. So again, it's Martin. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Third and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Peterman. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their performance.
Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They go play action now. Peterman escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Peterman dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Peterman. And that's incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again on first down. Martin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the penalty, Martin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Third and long for Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Play action. Now Peterman sliding out of the pocket. Going deep here for Matthews. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Third and long, it's Peterman. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Robert Ayers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So out come the Bucs now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run it again with Martin. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So why do you spend a first-round pick on a quarterback for plays just like the one we saw there? They think very highly of this young man, and he rewarded him in a big way, making a nice play on that deep ball.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Detroit! Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play for the...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different ways.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it under contact. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Martin, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They try again with Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he's got room. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. Plenty of scoring here already. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Here we go now. Blue line. Blue line. Control now. The tree.
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Peterman. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Green, 39.
Third and 2. Now Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They're going on fourth down. It's Peterman. This is caught. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the 20. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Anthony Walker in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They run. Martin. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at about the 28. On the other side of midfield across the 45. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either, an NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and It's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On second down, Martin. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
To throw is Peterman. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now,
accelerating, and off he goes. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Jordan Matthews and the rest of his offensive mates heading back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Now Peterman eluding the pressure right. And a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it could be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
They run the counter with Martin, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10, Peterman again. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Peterman. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A first down throw for Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third down. It's Doug Martin. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't. Yeah,
no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
They went in the wrong direction. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the Bills getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Ayers in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Peterman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Airs this out for Matt. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. This will be fielded at the 6. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Going deep here for Matt. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go.
Here's Peterman. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down, Peterman. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards on the play. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go.
Peterman looking to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go play action now. Peterman. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll run for it. This is Mack. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action. It's Peterman on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Off the play fake. Here's Peterman. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brent Grimes. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Winston with a give to Martin. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd down, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Charles Clay and the offense heading back out there now. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Chris Conte, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Carry number 20 here for Martin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And off comes to Martin. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ramon Humber in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough pat, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down following the incompletion. They go play action with Peterman. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. This complete to the tight end Clay. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Play action. Now Peterman. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Peterman. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. 9 yards on the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Peterman on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays.
Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one who goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. They give to Martin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock them off.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Peterman. Throw left side complete. It's Anderson. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They give him a gain of 37. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. To throw again is Peterman. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop them. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Levante David in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ramon Humber able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here we go, Peterman on fourth down. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll be a Buffalo first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They'll bootleg it with Peterman. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2nd and 10. Peterman again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Peterman. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Levante David. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now They'll run with Martin. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw is Peterman. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play here for the Bills. 45 yards. One last shot for Peterman. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who